Tyson Fury believes his own bull-ish. Why do some of his fans? Let's analyze it.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the livest one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out. Full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm going to take my time with this because right now there's a fight on tonight that we are blacking out. But I'm going to drink this beverage, and it's not tea. Anyway, I'm going to read to you this article from Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. Tyson Fury. After one round, Wilder will realize he's back where he started. Oh, man, I'm going to take my time with this. Tyson Fury has vowed that he will knock out Deontay Wilder in even more devastating fashion than last time when the two men meet in their heavyweight showdown next month. Fury puts his WBC heavyweight title on the line against Wilder at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, October 9th on ESPN pay-per-view. Fury won in extremely convincing fashion when they fought in February of 2020, dropping Wilder twice on his way to the 7th round knockout win. But the Gypsy King feels it's going to be even easier this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading this for the first time in real time. If you didn't know what was going on and you just saying, what's all the hype with this Tyson Fury guy and this Deontay Wilder guy? And they refer you to this article. What did they just tell you in this article? And this is written by who? By Random Hits, which means this is the person that wrote this doesn't want their name revealed, because if you're a journalist and you put out good work, what you want is for people to know who wrote it. So I'm looking at this Boxing Scene, this article. The link will be in the description. It says by Random Hits. I don't know who that is. I don't know if it's his tag name or him or her, or it's just someone that wants to like not let you know who they are. So back to what I was saying. If someone just came to you and said, and you could be a Fury fan or a Wilder supporter, if someone came to you and said, what's all the hoopla about these two guys? And they referred you to this article. What did this article just tell you? Dropping Wilder twice on his way to a 7th round knockout win. You see? What's that? Why does the LDBC exist again? Did that fight end in a knockout? What's the difference between a knockout and a technical knockout? I'm just reading this for the first time by Random Hits on Boxing Scene. They just told you, real media, they just told you that Tyson Fury dropped Deontay twice, which was true. According to the rules, it was true. On his way to a 7th round knockout win. That's not a typo. Just like they tried to tell us on ESPN that Vasil Lomachenko was undefeated. This is not a mistake. It's all connected. That's not a mistake. But let's read on. Fury said, this time I'm going to absolutely obliterate him. It isn't going to 7 rounds this time. I agree. It's not going 7 rounds. I'm going to get him out of there nice and quick. He was the biggest puncher in history, but I knocked him out. No, you didn't. History debunks what you say. I ain't even got to debunk it. Whatever. I'm the biggest and toughest puncher. He's only a threat in somebody's nightmares, but not mine. You're the biggest and toughest puncher. More on that in a second. They've always got a puncher's chance, but so has every heavyweight out there. When I say I'm going to annihilate him, what did I say last time? I said I was going to drop him, knock him out, smash him, and I did. Again with the knockout. In the last 7 years, I've had 2 years back and 5 years off, so there are no miles on the clock. I actually feel sorry for Wilder. He's had time to get over the beating. Now has a new trainer and more bag carriers than yes men. More on that in a second. I think he will come in fired up, but after round one, he will realize he's back where he started. If he couldn't beat me after 3 years out in 10 stone weight loss, he never will. Let's work backwards. He says, I actually feel sorry for Wilder. He's had time to get over the beating and now has a new trainer and more bag carriers than yes men. Funny. You know who he's talking about when he says yes men? What did I tell you? The only yes man he had around was named Mark Breland. You know, the guy that stuck around for over 10 years, over a decade. The guy that got ridiculed for that entire time. Hey, man, he only showed Wilder how to throw a jab and a right cross. That's all he got. Everything else is windmill punches, and the footwork is bad. I'm not impressed with Mark Breland as a trainer. Remember that? He's not teaching Wilder nothing. He's not learning nothing. Eventually, he's going to lose. Well, let's not discuss the cheating. He lost, right? After losses, what do people sometimes, most of the times, what do they do? The NBA. A team loses 10 in a row to teams that they shouldn't have lost to. What does the front office do? You got to get rid of that head coach. We got to make some changes. NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL. Coaches change every year. Y'all were not Mark Breland's friends. Nope. So that's the yes man he got rid of. Bad carriers, whatever. He said in the last 7 years, I've had 2 years back and 5 years off. Why is that? Are you a fighter or not? Did you mention how many title defenses you had? Tyson? Vladimir's at home like, yo, what the F? He's finally going to defend the title. I couldn't get that same courtesy. Right. He said he was the biggest puncher in history, but I knocked him out. No, you didn't. He finished on his feet. Language is important. This is poorly written. The quotes, I disregard what Fury says. When I say disregard it, I say I don't take it seriously because I don't believe this guy at all. But this is bad on the person who wrote it. 7th round knockout. Go fix your life. All right. So now, why do Fury fans believe his nonsense? It's very easy. It's convenient to. You don't like Wilder, and you're not even really a Fury fan because he's about to be done with. But you don't like Deontay, so anything that rivals Deontay, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Prior to AJ losing, no one was thinking about Fury. It was all about AJ, right? And then what happened? AJ ain't got no friends in America no more? Really? Okay. That was quick. Enter Tyson Fury. They don't know about his criminal history. They don't know about the backdated suspensions. They don't know that he has no license to fight in his own country, which brings me to this same interview. I wish I had the audio. He's talking about, first I'm going to smash Deontay Wilder in November. It's not November, it's October, you idiot. Then he got the date right down the road. He did get it right. Then he says something about fighting Dillian White. He's going to try and get AJ in December, but that's not going to work out, so he'll get him in February. Then he'll fight Derek Chisora again, and then take like another 2 years off and come back and see whoever's hot, because it takes him 2 years to build him. Now he got all this energy, and he has this plan. You thought we forgot your original plan? To not keep your word? And when we bring things up like that, no one wants to talk about that but us. Why don't we trust the media to talk about it? How many times did ESPN bring up the fact that he had a backdated suspension and has no life? I don't know. Oh, by the way, he said he was going to have a fight in an outdoor stadium in the UK against, I believe it was AJ or White or somebody from over there, Del Boy, somebody. And my thing is, yo, and I'm going to ask this again. He don't have a license to fight over there. Hey, why doesn't he have a license again? Here's what I know. If you leave it up to ESPN to tell you, you're never going to get the answer. Don't worry. That's why we're here. Fear not. He doesn't have a license because he failed the drug test. Him and his cousin, Huey Fury, who is going to fight a former opponent of his cousin Tyson in Christian Hammer, who he tried to cheat with a detached thumb. It's on YouTube. Hey, did you know that if he petitions to get his license back, he has to answer to those claims by UCAD? And if he fails those claims, he could face up to an 8-year ban in his country. So he may never fight in the UK. Now, you know, money talks and bunny crap takes a hop. So, you know, he might get a license back, but I'm telling you, as it stands right now, he has no license to fight in the UK. So what is he talking about? How does he have this 5-fight plan or whatever he said he had? How does he have this? Why do y'all believe this guy again? In that interview, again, I wish I had the audio. But he also said that the titles aren't important. He said that. He said the titles aren't important. He said it right over y'all head. When Floyd Mayweather said, these titles don't pay the bills, y'all had a heart attack. Y'all will disregard everything this guy does because of what he stands for. And a lot of you guys, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Y'all signed with this man for what exactly? While you keeping it boxing, he's keeping it about something else. You gonna believe that guy? I can tell you everything about this guy. From drugs to suspensions, cheating, being associated with the crime boss. All of this is not good. He gets to come over here and make a living, cheat the world champion, and y'all celebrate it. Why? Because you don't like how he throws a punch? Well, let me ask you a question. He's been putting out video after video. Him and Malik Scott been putting out video after video of his work. Do you have a problem with that now? Or are you going to side with this habitual liar saying that, oh, as soon as the bell rings, he's going to realize he's right in the same spot that he's been in? Well, if you thought that, why didn't you just get rid of Deontay last October? Why didn't you get rid of Deontay last December instead of trying to fight Carlos Takam and Cabello? Why didn't you just get this payday? By the way, you're in the red with Bob Arum. Bob Arum said it. Bob, where you at with Tyson Fury? I'm in the red. I'm sorry? I'm in the red, which means he's made no money on you. So no smoke for him. No smoke for Lomachenko. But you could have bought a big-ass house in Beverly Hills with the money you lost on Bud Crawford. Don't tell me it's not about race. Don't ever tell me that. Fear not, we're here. Did I lie to you? This is an opinion. This is fact. Everything I just said about Bob Arum and the relationship as it pertains to Lomachenko and Tyson Fury and Bud Crawford, did I lie? Did I lie? I don't feel sorry for Bud because we don't know Bob Arum's heart, but I know what I saw. Lomachenko, they tried to tell us that he was undefeated. I know what we saw. We know what we saw. We saw it. Tyson Fury's a habitual cheater, but what's happening over there has nothing to do with what he's doing over there. He could sing and dance and run around in Batman costumes, and they think it's funny. But Shakur Stevenson gets into a boxing ring and hits and not get hit, wins a fight. They call him boring, and they degrade him. So these fans like that, these fans that back Tyson Fury, don't give a F about him. Live for you. This is ridiculous, and it's very typical. And ESPN is always on the job. And don't get me wrong, they tried to do something for Bud. They tried to slip something in there. These people aren't stupid. This is more than a mistake because it's an ongoing thing with ESPN. You think I'm lying? Bob Arum is pulling the trigger all over the thing, all over everything on ESPN. Slip this in there, slip this one in there, subliminally. Got people running around saying this. Let me see if you can catch this.
What is this? Who did this?
Did y'all catch it?
What is this? Who did this?
Did you catch it?
What is this? Who did this?
One more time.
What is this? Who did this?
Y'all let me know in the comment section if you caught it. Lastly, the fans are so ridiculous. They are reduced to lying on Deontay Wilder. You ready for this? A friend of mine just sent me this. Deontay Wilder reveals his daughter's boyfriends must spar at least 3 rounds with him to prove themselves. I don't know where this is posted at, but shout out to my brother Marco from Champion the Chump with Jeremy Williams. He sent me this and asked me, is this true? Bro, I remember when Errol Spence got in his car wreck, the first thing that I saw was that he died. And I thought the screenshot, because I got that one story, I said, oh my God. Then my phone buzzed again, and it was, we don't know, no one knew his health. No one knew what was going on with him. Then, you ready for this? Errol Spence shot and killed in gang-related drive-by shooting. I'm like, wait a minute. 3 or 4 different stories. And I didn't think to screenshot any of it. So I had to make some phone calls to find out what's happening. I don't know. When I find out, you'll find out. And we got the story. He had a bad car wreck. He was thrown from the car, knocked out some teeth, ain't break no bones. What did Bob Arum say? I have it on good authority that he'll never fight again. It's not what I'm hearing. He was thrown from the car into the ring with Danny Garcia and beat him. Shout out to Errol. But he's lying about an eye injury. See, these are things we go through. You see what I just put up there? I'm not going to put it up again. But I saw the link, and I'm like, there's people actually talking about this like it's real. But this is what we deal with. Those type of fans that entertain that are the same people that enable Tyson Fury. And as long as you have enablers like that, you have guys like Tyson Fury that'll always exist. But what does Drew always say? Time reveals all truth, and the lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. October 9th. Yeah, you're right, Tyson. It's not going 7. I said 5 at first. I don't think it's going 5. It's going to go about 3. You're going to lose, buddy. That's the long and short end of it. It's ridiculous. I'm on a blackout night. Bronx on deck. But before I leave, ladies and gentlemen, let me be very clear. Tay Jones, Underground Showdown, Buckethead Fight Club. Showdown back at the Buckethead, man. Theater Thursday, September 16th. 7 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Buckethead Theater, Atlanta, Georgia. Show my brother some love. He's gonna put those mitts on somebody. Bronx on deck. Move!